The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views and positions of the agency.
Welcome to DYCD Next Gen. I'm your host, Ryan Cooks. Our monthly podcast will feature the very latest on everything DYCD has to offer, and we will go right to the heart of the story, speaking to young people about the issues they face in their daily lives. On today's episode, we'll be discussing DYCD's Spring into Health. To give some more background on this initiative, since 2016, DYCD is hosting the annual Spring to Health campaign. It's designed to promote health, well-being, health insurance, and healthcare access at DYCD-funded programs. Earlier this month, a special kickoff event was held at DYCD headquarters, and we had the chance to talk to some DYCD staffers about what Spring to Health means to them.
Spring into Health to me means using the fresh start of spring just as a reminder to take care of myself, mentally, physically, and emotionally. To me, health is important because it gives you a balance. It's not just about, being free from an illness or a sickness, but it's about feeling good in your body and just having that mental peace of mind. The health and fitness goals that I have for 2025 at least is to be more active, to eat better, to stop snacking as much, and definitely get more steps in. A small habit that's made a difference in my health has got to be me trying to get my steps in a lot more, walking around the city, definitely spending some time on my treadmill, trying to hit those 10K steps. I think what helps me to keep going on with my health goals is taking a break. I try not to overwork myself at times, try to not push myself because sometimes I feel like that kind of sets me back and that kind of enhances me to lose motivation. So I take a break and I take a breather, take a step back, and then when I'm ready to go again, then I go again.
We don't often, maybe in our daily lives, think about how we can be healthier. Sometimes, we're doing not so healthy things like eating fast food and not thinking about exercising and also health in a more holistic way, right? Like how can we think about mental health and financial health? And all of these things are involved in Spring into Health. And so that is what Spring into Health means to me. Health is important to me because it's the way to living a long life. I want to be able to live as long as I can and live a life that I feel was worth living, and it's the only way to do that is to be healthy, right? And you have to be healthy in multiple ways, right? It's not just physically healthy, but healthy financially, healthy mentally, and so all of these things matter, and that's why health is important. You can't really go through the world and think about work, think about your family without you yourself being healthy. I do have a fitness goal. I am actively trying to lose weight, so I have been going to the gym once a week. I've been trying to be more consistent with it. So once a week is the baseline, and if I can do more than that, then I'll do more than that. But I've been telling myself, I'm giving myself the grace of, once a week is what you have to meet, and then everything else is just an added bonus. Yeah. And so it's been helping me, just getting out of that the funk of not going to the gym, because that was the hardest part, was just getting myself to go. Because right now I don't have like an accountability partner, right? I feel like that's what I needed, and since I don't have that, it's just getting myself to go to the gym has been the hardest part. A small habit that's made a big difference in my health has been eating fruits in the morning. So I have been incorporating fruits for my breakfast in smoothies or just eating the whole fruit itself. And I've noticed a difference in the way that I feel throughout the day, and also just in my weight itself, right? I've been eating fruits and it just I feel better and I feel good. What helps me keep going with my health goals, even when I don't feel like it, is I have this pair of jeans that I used to be able to fit in that I no longer fit in. And those are definitely the motivating factors. I need to be able to fit into my clothes. And so, I want to be able to fit into my clothes, and summer's coming. So
Spring into Health means to me that it's that time to get serious for the next 9 months of the year. Definitely to become a little bit more aware that, maybe I should be eating right. Maybe I should be a little bit more active. So that's what Spring Into Health means to me. Health gives the body the ability to move around. Without good health, you don't have good strength. You don't have the ability to move. You don't have the ability to heal yourself. So that's why health is important to me, because I want to be active until my last day of life. I want to partake in taking Pilates class, being a little bit more active in the gym. I don't even own a membership, so my first step is actually getting a membership. But yeah, that's my goal. Gym membership, Pilates class, a little bit more exercise. Maybe get a 4-pack of abs, not a 6-pack, just a 4, some light. So I have several small habits that's made a big difference in my health. One of those habits would be not eating meat. Another one of those habits is actually being conscious of what I eat. So I tend to do like rice, beans, and something green. I have the rule that with every meal, I must have something green. If it's an avocado, 2-leaf lettuce, watercress, like I try to incorporate something green in every meal. And then also like just saying positive things to myself. I want to look good always. I want to maintain myself. And when you want to look good, you have to do things whether you don't want to do them or not to kind of maintain that standard for yourself. So if you want to look good, you kind of have to do the work. So that keeps me focused on at least adhering to like my diet. So if I don't work out at all, at least I know I'm going to eat well.
Spring Into Health means just finding new ways to be healthy. Everyone should at least be taught a healthy lifestyle once a year. Some people lose touch from it. Some people just don't know that there's new ways to stay healthy, whether it's walking, new foods, new vitamins, like it's just anything. So the fact that, we have this Spring Into Health, I think it's just a great opportunity to expose new healthy living to people who may not really know about it. Health is so important to me because you should treat your body as a temple. Always keeping a good, healthy diet will make you feel good. I would love to eventually start going back to the gym. I was a big gym goer, and then I just started working a lot, but that shouldn't stop me. And thank God for where I work, DYCD offers the Spring Into Health, so I'm able to see all these new opportunities of new foods, new workouts, ways that I could lose weight while working, honestly, and it's amazing. But my goal is, to lose about 20 pounds and also start eating a lot better. Sometimes I'm just a little lazy when it comes to cooking. So I will order, and that's not always the best thing because you can make something really cheap and really easy, and it's healthy. I love to walk everywhere, which I used to hate walking. And now that I walk everywhere, one, it's really good for your health, get some stronger legs, and overall, it's just really, really healthy for you, running, walking, and that's just something I do just leaving and coming to work. So I'm going to continue to do it, especially when you don't drive. You got to walk. On the days that I don't feel like doing anything, but I know I have to, I used to go through that a lot when I used to go to the gym in the past. I'd feel really, really lazy. But I also know that once I go to the gym, you feel so much better after. I think also it has been proven once you work out, you get some serotonin. So scientifically, you're happy regardless when you work out. But it really just improves your mood. It improves your body. It improves so much for you when you just take the 20 hour out of your day and just work out, eat healthy, do whatever you have to.
Ebony Jordan Wilson, Rosa Toro, and Shonda Murphy, welcome to the show. It's great to have you all here.
Thank you.
Could each of you tell the audience a bit about yourselves? What are your roles here at DYCD?
I guess I can start. Ebony Jordan Wilson, and I am the Assistant Commissioner for Community Development here at DYCD. I oversee our neighborhood-focused programs, which is the NDA, as well as the Fatherhood Initiative, as well as Literacy and Immigrant Services. I have been here at DYCD for a little over 25 years. I've worked in youth services, from workforce, SYEP, to just a whole variety of programs here at DYCD.
I'm Rosa Toro. I'm the out of school, out of work director for advanced to learn and train and earn programs. Essentially, we work with young adults from 16 to 24 that are out of school and out of work. And I've been at DYCD for over 10 years. And I've been in the nonprofit sector for at least 20 to 25 years.
And good afternoon, Shonda Murphy. I am the Senior Policy Advisor for the Commissioner's Office of Mental Health Supports. And my office basically focuses on all things mental health across DYCD, including elevating our current practices as well as developing partnerships internally and externally. I too have been with the city and with DYCD for a little over 10 years and in the nonprofit sector for closer to 20.
Ebony, can you go into the origins of the Spring to Health campaign and how did it get started exactly?
Thank you, Ryan. As you mentioned, DYCD has hosted the annual Spring into Health campaign since 2016, and it's basically to help our programs promote healthcare access amongst all of the participants that actually attend our after-school programs, our workforce programs, our senior programs, and so just to afford them better access to healthcare.
And what is the purpose or goal of this campaign that you're trying to reach people with?
So Spring into Health was designed to engage, encourage, empower, and expose community residents to an array of holistic services. Spring into Health has served as the vehicle to assist DYCD in operationalizing an overall effort to promote healthcare insurance and healthcare access amongst participants served by DYCD-funded programs.
It started in 2016. I know it's probably evolved a lot from that time. How exactly has it progressed and evolved since then?
Oh, it has grown tremendously. So in 2016, it started out with 6 community centers that participated, and we had about 40 vendors that actually tabled at these events. And we grew over the years to, in 2023 and 2024, we had over 100 sites participate and host Spring into Health events. We have over 600 vendors in our network that table these events. So it's grown significantly.
Could you go into some of the wellness activities that you guys offer here?
Oh, sure. Everything from Zumba to yoga to financial literacy classes, everything you can think of. Like all the events are actually planned and organized by our community-based organizations, which basically select their themes every year. And the themes are based on the needs and the goals of the particular neighborhoods that they actually serve.
And do you have a favorite activity? Could we each go around and share a favorite activity?
I would say out of all the events, the healthy cooking demonstration we've had is one of my favorites.
When we did the Calypso Zumba in the outside, it was 100 degrees outside, but we were out there. And it was just beautiful to see all the community come and engage and build community amongst each other. Whether it was, we all were from different countries, different ethnicities, different languages, but we all had the same struggle.
So I was going to say ditto. I love the Zumba as well. It gives us an opportunity to see people from other units and other walks of life actually participating in a physical activity. And I also love the bridge walk. It's also an opportunity for folks to gather. I participated
in that one time.
Did you?
It was amazing.
Yeah, it's also good to see people gather around that and walking across the bridge. It's good.
Is that happening again this year by any chance?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely got to participate in that again, okay? So my question to you is, Shonda, is how do mental health and trauma services factor into the safety and wellness aspect of the Spring to Health campaign?
So you can't really talk about wellness and safety without talking about the impact that mental health has on both of those areas. Spring into Health has always been about all aspects of healthcare access and health insurance. And this year, with the creation of the Commissioner's Office of Mental Health Support, we're highlighting the need for mental health access across our communities. This year, we'll be including our mobile trauma units at our provider health fairs to engage all of our communities with healing circles, resource referrals, and even resume reviews to help those who are in need. We all know how challenging it can be to be unemployed, especially in this environment, and how that can impact our mental health. So we're excited to elevate mental health during this year's Spring into Health campaign.
Well said. Thank you for that, Shonda. And this leads to my next question for Rosa. Could you share some success stories or accomplishments that you've seen from the Spring to Health campaign that has made a great impact on the community?
I think the biggest impact has been the clinics and the fairs that come out of each of the events, whether it's in Staten Island and some of the communities that are very underserved, into the South Bronx, into Bed-Stuy, into communities that generally do not have access or are having conversations about health. I think that has been our biggest impact because we tap in all of DYCD, whether it's NDA programs, whether it's Compass, Cornerstone, whether it's Workforce, SYP. I can name discretionary, immigration, everybody. It's all hands on deck. And so we're able to reach a population that historically has not been, targeted or provided healthcare resources, or because, historically, the historical weight of our communities, and usually the most marginalized communities, we don't have a relationship with healthcare providers. Right. We're scared, right? And as we should be, because historically, when you think about, the Tuskegee Airmen, when you think about, all the different struggles that we have faced, it's never been a welcoming environment where we felt protected or we felt safe. So in these community-based fairs, there are professionals that look like the people in the community. There are community-based organizations that are coming in, speaking their languages, understanding their struggles, and, have the ability to build this community.
Yeah, that's very important representation. Mm-hmm. Super important. What does it mean to advocate for people in terms of their health, and how does this work in practical terms for the communities involved?
I think for us, it's been essential to challenge the structural barriers that are set in place. And so for us, is listening to the community needs, pushing for systemic change, and creating more pathways for community-led solutions, right? Where they advocate, they tell us what the needs are, what they want to see. And then for us to be able to provide those resources and tools and support that they need, because it looks very different for every community that we're servicing.
So, Shonda, my question to you is, how do you see the future of healthcare access and community health evolve in the next few years, especially with campaigns like Spring to Health into place?
So I think there's a lot that we are unsure of in this country as it pertains to healthcare and access right now as a whole. But more locally, I believe as our communities continue to speak up about their needs and DYCD continues to offer avenues and channels for community members to speak up and not only hear them, but be a major connector to the areas that we serve and the resources that they need, I think we'll continue to make great impact.
My last question to you is, what advice do you have for individuals or other organizations that want to make a positive impact on community health in their own way?
For starters, I would say one thing we try to do well as an agency is listen to our community members. The other day, I heard somebody say nothing about us without us, which just highlights the need for us to engage with community members around their needs. And so for someone interested in doing that, I would say identify a challenge or a problem that's in your community, develop a doable and sustainable way to meet that need, but always engage community partners, always engage your community members. And I would also say it doesn't have to be a huge undertaking. If it is a big problem in the community, chances are there is someone else, there is some organization that has already begun to think about solutions to that problem or ways to meet that need. It's all about partnership, it's all about building bridges, and it's all about connecting to those people in your community that need and finding resources in order to help them. But I would also say someone who's interested in this could always stop by one of our health fairs during the Spring into Health season and see how we do it at DYCD.
Well said, well said. Thank you for that, Shonda. Do any of you guys have any final thoughts or anything else that you would like to say about the Spring to Health as a whole?
Join us. Come out, connect with your local community-based organizations and join them at their health fairs this year.
For a complete schedule of Spring to Health events and more information on DYCD, check out nyc.gov/DYCD, or be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Join us again next month for another episode of DYCD Next Gen. Once again, I'm your host, Ryan Cooks, and thank you for listening.